Hello and welcome back to the Jumpcast. I'm your host for today. I'm Max, and I'm joined by my other two lovely co-hosts.
Hello.
There we go. This is episode
What a great
49.
start.
This is episode 49 of the Jumpcast.
Listen,
We are
we took a
covering.
week break.
Yeah, we did. We're a little out of it. We're all over the world currently. But we are covering chapter 242, which did in fact come out today. Yeah, so I'm gonna send it over to Nick for the recap.
Yippee! Okay. I will go through this pretty fast. So, we cut back to Takaba and Kenjaku fighting. Kenjaku pulls out a special grade curse that immediately gets run over by Takaba in a truck as he tells him to watch out. Kenjaku falls on the floor and he blames him for getting hit by the car. And then Kenjaku turns into a policeman and makes Takaba take a sobriety test, which is blowing air into a goldfish bag. And he tells him if the goldfish dies, he's under arrest. But the goldfish is already not feeling well, so they turn into doctors. And then they proceed to try to operate on the fish to try to make it come back to life because it's not doing the best. Kenjaku ends up shocking Takaba, and then the fish dies. It decays instantly, and Takaba's sad. He says that modern medicine even has its limits, and he wants some nurses to fawn over him. And Kenjaku turns into one of those nurses. Ooh, goo goo gaga, female Kenjaku. And she says, "No way, I'm not bringing in those nurses." And it's just like, "What's wrong with you? I'm bummed out." And it's like, "Fine, then we'll settle this in rock, paper, scissors." And then they do rock, paper, scissors and poke each other in the nose. And then they go into a game show. The more that I explain this, it's so bizarre. In which they start trying to answer questions. Takaba says that he's not going to be a fool and get this stuff wrong, and Kenjaku says he doesn't like that anyways. Kenjaku starts getting the questions right. I'm not going to go over the questions because I don't know, I don't really care. But they get to the third one, which is what is it? Second question, which one is hard to say to someone? And they have to go down two doors. I don't even think that this makes sense in context because one of them is like self-recommendation and then designated school recommendation. But I know that like in the leaks it was like there are different like entrance exams for college, I believe, or something like that. And so then they start running towards the doors, but then Takaba on his right, he sees a cat about to get hit by a car, and he tries to jump in to save it, but the cat ends up being Kenjaku, and he gets hit by the car. And then Takaba turns into the drowning cat, and Kenjaku rides a gnarly wave trying to save him, but then Takaba runs him over with a jet ski, and then they start playing in the water. And then we kind of get to the meta part of it where Kenjaku thinks that this is the best time he's ever had, and he's so happy he did the Culling games, and he then dunks Takaba's head in the water, trying to drown him. And then he gets up for a second. And he's like, "No, wait, bro, taste the water. It's Fanta." And then Kenjaku realizes that like he's taking damage from this because his just over time he's taking damage from Takaba's technique from doing all this stupid stuff by getting hit by the jet ski, by trying to go on with the bit. So he realized that he has to end it quick by getting the laugh that Takaba wanted. And so then they turn into a comedic duo and go on stage to perform. And then that's the end of the chapter. So yeah.
This
What did you guys think of this?
this was
Dude,
insane.
Gege did like shroom. Dude, like Gege did shrooms or something, and then started writing this chapter, or I guess this entire like arc of Takaba fighting. Like I swear to God, dude, it's whack.
It's insane. That just how quickly
Yeah.
we're shifting from scene to scene is nauseating. I do love it though.
It's kind of
I
it's
love
it's a
it so
fun
much.
change. It's a
Yeah.
nice change than like the fight focusing, I guess, on like one setting, because like it feels like every fight in JJK is like the same. It just sticks in one spot, but this one keeps jumping, and it's a nice change too. I like.
I think this is such a good chapter. It's so fun that like Kenjaku's being thrown on this ride and like he's being made to believe that this is the best time he's ever had, like him playing in the water with Takaba. And like this makes like he's so overjoyed, and then he realizes just like, oh wait, no, this is a simulation. The lamp looks a little flat. And so then he's like trying to break out of it, but then Takaba's like, no, you're gonna keep being a part of this until I make you laugh.
So
So,
what,
yeah,
he
it's
laughs
so
until his
fun.
guts come out, or whatever he throws up, or whatever
Yeah.
his requirement was.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah,
It's also
it's so fun.
it's insane that Takaba just runs over a special grade.
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
fun to show his power that like he's this
Yeah.
strong when he's using his technique to the fullest, and like he's actually funny too. Like the
Mhm.
goldfish dying, like the line, like modern medicine even has its limits. It's so good.
Dude, he's like, I love it. He just casually isekais a special grade curse, and then like you said, they try to do CPR or something on the goldfish, and then I especially love like when they break out into a jig
Mhm.
on like what
I
is it,
know
like
when they start
page
dancing,
6 or
it's so
7?
fun.
Yeah, dude. They realized OG Fortnite came back and they got excited. They started
Started
doing little
emoting.
dance, emoting together. They lighted up emotes.
And there's female Kenjaku.
I love how into it he is.
Yeah, dude, Fem Kenjaku got me looking at him differently, dude. I can see what Yuji's dad saw.
Oh god. What were we gonna say, Nick?
What is it? I just love how into it Kenjaku keeps on getting.
Mhm.
Because like that dancing, like he's into it. He's in the bit. It's
Fully
just
committed.
so good. Yeah. And I love how quickly it just changes from scene to scene. Like the one piece of the bit transforms into another, especially with the goldfish. It's just like breathe in here, and if the goldfish dies, you're dead. It's like he's already not feeling well. Quick, get him on a gurney. So good.
It's fun to see that, like, how smart Kenjaku is that he can just keep up with this too.
Oh yeah. Keeps on coming up with new bits over and over again in just rapid
Yeah,
succession.
dude. Maybe after this, we're gonna see their like comedy duo sketch here. We're gonna see them like. Kenjaku's like, oh god, dude, this is all I wanted this entire time, these thousands of years. Is not to just create something. Like I've been looking for the perfect comedy partner for thousands of years, and I finally found him, dude. And then they go off into the sunset, skipping and holding hands, and the series ends right there.
That's
Boom.
the ending. That's the ending.
I just
right there.
wrote it for Gay, dude.
Man.
I just love as well, like he's riding the wave, like I'm gonna save the drowning cat. Like, it's so good.
It gets
Well, I love
immediately
like the
run over.
panel of, yeah, dude, the panel of like Kenjaku with like the cat face on 13. He's like, oh my god.
So goofy. I love it so much. Yeah, this chapter has just been
It's-
nothing but exciting and incredibly refreshing too.
Well, like the Fanta
agree.
bit where they're like, hold on, wait, dude. Because like I normally read off like an iPad, so I have a view of like both pages. So normally like, stuff doesn't surprise me, but today I read on my phone. And so I only had the one page at a time, and he's like, taste the water. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna say it's like piss or something. And then I scrolled Phantom, like, Jesus Christ, dude. This is hit after hit. This chapter, no misses whatsoever.
Yeah.
God.
What I also find interesting is that like if this all is happening physically. This is like akin to like Takaba pulling out like a domain, like a barrierless domain
Oh
that
yeah.
keeps on because like Kenjaku's basically just in his head the entire time whenever he's talking about just like I'm going to lose, like what is it? He was even like going over the technique when he got his nose picked at with the rock paper scissors. But it's like his curse technique doesn't just manifest things and compel my participation. It integrates my thoughts as well. It's like it's like infinite void but funny.
I mean, it
It's
is.
such a good way of describing it.
Thank you.
He just goes creative mode and then just creates whatever you want. Yeah, but that is
Yeah,
the
dude.
interesting thing though, is that Kenjaku does have some semblance of control here.
Yeah. And like he can
And
use the
maybe-
curse technique to fight back.
Maybe that's the way to counter Takaba is you go along with his technique.
Mhm.
You just go along with whatever he does, and then you kind of just it just
I mean,
works or something.
That's what it seems like, because like that's what Kenjaku is saying. Like, yeah, I can't fight this with brute force. Like, I have to meet the laughter that he wants.
Right.
Mhm.
So like, I think that shows, especially with like him putting on the suit. It's just like, all right, buddy, let's get this comedy going.
Man, that final panel though,
love-
that's so menacing.
Dude, they're recreating
Yeah.
the famous one of Gojo and Geto.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's you described it so well. What is it, Dries? With the like it's menacing, but like it's supposed to be a comedy show.
Mhm.
Like, how is this menacing? And it's just like, Gege at his top game again.
Yeah. Terrifying. What were you gonna say, Max?
Oh, I was just saying it's that famous panel of Gojo
Oh, yeah.
and Geto. But I like that describing as like menacing, because it definitely is. But like you can see the when you see Takaba's face, like the excitement, like this is what he's wanted. He's been working towards, and I think this is like, this is the do or die moment we're gonna get, where we see Takaba actually, I guess, properly fight,
Mhm.
or him die.
Yeah,
This could be exciting.
yeah. What is it? I guess this goes into like what our predictions are, but like my bet is that he is gonna like Kenjaku is gonna satisfy it by like being the best comedy partner that he could ever have. And then the crowd will laugh, and then like Takaba will be like taken out of the technique for a second, and then Kenjaku's like, all right, here's my time to strike and finish him off.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Either that or it fails. I mean, it very well could fail as well,
Yeah.
because I just don't want Takaba to die just yet.
Neither do I. I like his character too much.
We gotta see more of we gotta see more of him before he dies.
Yeah,
So I want to see a little bit more of him at least.
he's gotta pull this shit on Sukuna. Sukuna can't be funny enough. He'd probably just lose.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to see this fight end in like a draw, and they have to kind of like back out. Because Kenjaku's like, dude, I gotta come up with a better plan of fighting this dude. Like, I can't do
He's
it.
like, okay, I'm done. I'm leaving. Please. He's just like, I'm gonna go to Sukuna. Sukuna can save me right now. He gets there, and then Takaba's just like, oh, I want to make the guy with two mouths laugh. That's double the laughter.
Doubling the hee-haw and
Yeah. I love how Kenjaku looks so happy. Like, it's so funny and sad, because like he has to be enjoying himself a little bit, but then he's like, wait, no, I'm not. I shouldn't be enjoying this. I'm gonna lose.
right. Yeah, God, this again. I talked about this last episode, but like we need more of Kenjaku's backstory. I mean, Like,
Yeah.
what exactly is going on here with his motivations and stuff? Like, I know it's kind of clear, but it's not super clear.
Just get like a
My-
little bit more out of it.
Yeah.
My bet is that, well, sadly, I think it's going to be a lot akin to like Tengen, where like we don't get much of it, but like we got like some info about Tengen in between pages on volumes. Like we know what the original Tengen looked like, and it was
Right.
a woman. She was a woman.
Oh, yeah,
and
just get like
everything that.
snippets and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that kind of adds. I mean, it's cool to get like a backstory for Kenjaku to see their mindset and their mentality, but I also kind of like the idea of not getting one,
Mm.
because it kind of just it adds the mystery of like why are they doing this? What are
No,
they
that's
doing?
a fair point.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it could go either way. If we get one, I'd be happy. If we don't,
Mhm.
I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Either
fair
way.
enough. I just, God, I always love delving into backstory stuff.
Yeah, it can be really well done.
The why is so important to me.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like, that's why like I'm like, okay, you either include a backstory or don't, because like in my opinion, it's like a good backstory makes a character like amazing, but then like a mediocre, like even slightly average backstory, in my opinion, just completely screws up a character. Like, I could see the same for a lot of, I guess, some manga characters where it's like, oh, they have like the same, they want to be the strongest, they want to be was the pirate king, the Hokage, they want it, they all have a goal, and I'm like, well, what if you just don't have a goal?
Mhm.
What if you just want to be an average Joe,
Well,
or you just want
those
to be
are like the protagonists in the story.
yeah,
though.
that's the protagonist. I get, yes, but it's like I guess it could go like that. It feels like a lot of protagonist backstories are like cookie cutter. They're all pretty. You just instead of just changing out what they do, they're just like, oh, I want to be insert whatever the top rank of this universe is or something.
Yeah. That is a pretty consistent trope, actually. Just wanting to be the
Yeah,
best.
but it's fun seeing the reasoning behind that. Like, what is it? Because like with those examples, like with like Naruto and like One Piece, like what is it with Naruto? Like the reason why he wants to be at the top is that he wants to be recognized by society,
Mhm.
and that delves
Mhm.
deeper into like his mistreatment by society and treating him like a monster. And then like with Luffy, I don't know if he specifically wants to be, well, I think that he does want to be the Pirate King, but like there's theories that like he wants to achieve true freedom because like there's a tyrannical government and everything like that. So it's like trying to break out of just a tyrannical government. So there's like a little bit more to it with both of those. I think that like I can agree that if you give like a mediocre backstory behind someone, like a lesser or maybe even the major villain, it can suck.
Mhm.
But I like the change of pace where, because like I don't know, I know that you guys have read or watched Bleach, so you know that like Aizen doesn't have like that big of a backstory.
Right.
But I like that we're seeing that implemented in more manga, like of like I don't need the backstory to this. Like a good example of a mediocre backstory is Shigaraki in My Hero. Like it's still a sad backstory behind him, like the fact that like he killed his whole family because he didn't have a quirk until he got one from All for One, and it was all like planned by All for One. Sorry for any spoilers to anyone that's currently reading or trying to catch up on My Hero, but
Haha,
like
Lamau.
yeah, it's like mediocre. And like another good example of like someone that doesn't really have a backstory or doesn't need one but is still a really good and threatening villain is Makima in
Oh,
Chainsaw
yeah.
Man. Like we don't ever hear about her backstory, but we just know that she has a goal and she's terrifying because she has that goal and she's willing to do anything to achieve it.
Mhm.
And I think that the idea of like having a goal kind of can make up for not having a backstory, because it's like, oh, what's, you'd want to see the motivation, but you're like, okay, I don't care. They're clearly motivated. Whatever they're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah,
Keep at it.
like let them be. Yeah,
let them cook. Like, let them do their thing.
yeah,
Oh man, that's actually a fair point. That was kind of the case with Aizen too, within the sense where he was just objectively terrifying.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's what drew a lot of fans to like Aizen too. He's just this terrifying
He's a
figure
man
that's
with a
just
goal.
yeah, dude. don't mess with the dude with the plan, dude. He's
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's good that we're seeing that just implemented more, and also Shiraki sucks. That's all. And we're even getting the backstory for All for One now. I don't know if either of you have looked at it. I
Dude,
saw
I'm
like
a
the
real
actors,
I haven't.
but like we're seeing the behind the scenes, and it's so weird. Like, what is it? The All for One and One for All, like they were twins, right? The All for One in the womb stole their mother's quirk.
Oh,
The fuck? What? Oh
Yeah, it's what?
dude,
It's so
I'm
interesting.
real. Yeah. Dude, I have not read My Hero since like we stopped talking about it on the podcast, so I have no idea where we
Yeah.
ended off. But that's correct. That's kind of cool, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. And what is it? We talked about this before. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. We'll probably talk about My Hero once it finishes. But yeah, just do a backstory right, or don't put it in at
Yeah.
all. Damn.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's kind of. I don't know how I feel about that now.
I know,
how I
a
feel about
little,
this, dude. I'm like,
funky.
dude,
Yeah.
I need a second. I need a second after that.
Here. What is it? Should we go into our predictions? I mean, I guess I already talked about mine, but do you guys have any other different predictions?
I mean, I think it's definitely gonna be just. I like how it flip flops from chapter to chapter, where one character has the upper hand and the other one has the upper hand. It's a nice balance there, and I think it's gonna be Kenjaku, haha, upper hand, if not completely beating Takaba. It's just I'm worried that Gege doesn't want to, just wants to speed us. I'm worried that Gege is going to speed run the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen, and therefore characters like Takaba are going to suffer, because then Gege will not want to give them time, because Gege does not want to be writing this for the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it might feel a little rushed next chapter. Because of that, it might be the case of Kenjaku's just able to figure it out. But it is going to be interesting to see what they do on stage and how that affects Takaba, because I know that is kind of his weak point, is he kind of has that stage fright of any artist. So, yeah, I'm praying and hoping that Gege can hold out and keep the story moving.
Yeah. So do you want there to be another chapter of this fight, or do you want it to end at the next one? I'm assuming that you want it to continue just because you were talking about like you don't want Gege to rush it, but
I'm not sure really. I don't know if I want it to end or not, because I like this. I like that we're seeing the full power of Takaba's ability. I just don't know if how entertaining this can continue to actually be. And it could be just that I'm running off of 5 hours of sleep, and I just don't. My brain isn't fully on, you know. But it's that type of thing where I'm worried that Gege is gonna be forced to move on from this fight, because either one, viewership drops or something along those lines, or some executive is gonna be like, this story sucks. You should change it.
Finish it faster.
Finish it faster. Develop carpal tunnel at 28.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
interesting take.
What about you, Max?
I like your idea, Max, of kind of just this. I kind of think this chapter would have benefited from maybe at the end saying like this is where like the real fight starts or something. I maybe would honestly like a few more chapters of this fight because caveat, I have an idea or to add to why it should be a few more. End of next chapter or this next chapter, we kind of see them have like instead of a battle of physical, it's a battle of words or something. I don't know. I'm not saying they do slam poetry, but like comedy, something like that. And at the end we see we hear like a slow clap. In the audience we have, I don't know, someone, Yuta, Maki, someone in the audience like slow clapping, and it's like have the announcer being like, it's time, the one who, I don't know, someone, some quote about them not finding it funny or I don't know, but that's as far as I could get with this prediction.
Oh my god, that just made me think I'd really like the idea of one of them entering in and they're not laughing, so they're the thing that stops Kenjaku's plan. Because I know that his whole thing is like, okay, once I get the crowd to laugh or like myself to laugh just for a second, I'll switch it up on him. But I would love to see if like, I think if anything, it is going to be Maki that shows up, just because of like the whole curse energy thing, or maybe like it could be Yuta just because Kenjaku doesn't know what's going on. He's been busy fighting this, and they're the one that just stays in the crowd and doesn't laugh, so that Takaba continues his technique, and like they don't even have to do anything. It's just like Kenjaku's like, crap, what am I gonna do? Oh no, I got hit by a truck.
Oh no, my knees.
So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, I guess it's not a super long one today, but
it's got a lot of content to it.
Yeah, exactly. We're all exhausted. Everything's been ending and yada yada yada.
We're recording a little late.
We're recording late. Everyone's tired. We've all been going around the country, and whatever. But regardless, for those who are still listening, thank you. We appreciate it. We love you. We hope you tune in next week, because there is a chapter next week. We will be here.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's episode 50 of the Jumpcast, so we'll have something special planned for that.
Yeah, we'll do some little sneaky, interesting.
Something.
Something. But again, thank you all for listening to the Jumpcast. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you return. This was episode 49. And I thought I had something else to say, but I don't. So I guess all I'm going to say is good night.
Bye.
Bye.